I wanted to find out just how much you can improve your aim on controller in just 7 days. My name is Cobra, and for the past 6 years, open world, strategy, and RPGs have been a core part of my gaming library. Unfortunately, I only recently started getting into first-person shooter games, which means, well, my aim could definitely use some work. As someone who is naturally competitive, I couldn't just let that slide. I've always believed that the key to mastering anything is consistent effort, no matter how small or big the step seems. So, it was clear to me what I had to do. I wouldn't touch another FPS game until I spent at least 7 days improving my aim with a controller. First, I needed to break down the fundamentals of good aim. After thinking it through, I boiled it down to 4 key elements: flicking, tracking, speed, and precision. Sure, there are other factors like recoil control, map knowledge, and game sense, but those are things I could work on once I had a solid foundation. Over the next 7 days, I decided to focus on training these 4 skills to see how much I can improve in just a short time. Before the video starts, this is part 1 of a larger project I'm working on. I'll be doing update videos at 30, 60, and even 90 days to track my progress. If you want to follow along, I'll be streaming the journey live on Twitch at twitch.tv/scobra__1. I'll drop a link in the description. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'll be doing a side-by-side comparison of my day 1 versus my day 7 results. And trust me, you'll be surprised at how much improvement is possible in just 7 days. Alright, let's get into the video. Day 1 was all about experimenting with different sensitivities. I turned to YouTube for advice on the best sensitivities for the game I chose, and honestly, it felt a bit like choosing my first starter Pokemon. A tough decision, but one I knew would shape my journey ahead. After some research, I decided to settle on a fast sensitivity, something challenging, but I knew mastering it would pay off in the long run. With my settings locked in, I jumped into aim labs to establish a baseline of my current skills. And my aim was yeah. So, to spare you the pain of watching it all, I'll just put a few seconds of each test I did from day 1. My flicks were sloppy, my tracking was all over the place, my speed was slow, and my precision, well, it was rough. After setting my baseline, I got straight to training. The first major challenge was tracking. I continued to struggle to follow the moving target smoothly without over or undershooting. This quickly became my focus. Up next was flicking. This tested my ability to snap quickly and accurately to random targets. It was tough, challenging my reflexes, and my timing felt off, but I stuck with it. Then came precision drills, where I had to land accurate shots on small, distant targets. It was a true test of focus and steadiness. Finally, I tackled speed drills, where I had to balance quick reactions with accuracy. My responses felt sluggish, making this my toughest challenge yet. By the end of day 1, I was humbled but also motivated. I had a clear picture of my weakness, and my roadmap for improvement was set. Day 2 promised the start of real progress. Day 2 was all about refining the basics and building consistency. I revisited the same drills, but this time I really concentrated on improving both my form and accuracy. My tracking felt smoother. My flicks, on the other hand, were still inconsistent, but they were landing more often than day 1. Precision continued to be a struggle, but I started seeing small improvements. Speed drills pushed my reaction time to the edge. I was getting faster, however, the challenge was sustaining accuracy at those higher speeds. It was a work in progress, but every bit of progress kept me going. I wasn't setting any major records just yet, but there were glimmers of improvement. Every now and then, I'd land a clean flick or hold steady tracking on a moving target. These moments were rare, but they were enough to show me what was possible if I kept pushing myself. The drills were tough, and day 2 wasn't perfect, but it felt like a step in the right direction. I started to feel more comfortable with the sensitivity, and I was excited to see if the momentum would carry over into day 3. Day 3 was definitely a change of pace. I was breaking personal records in several routines, which felt great. My efforts started to pay off. I decided to take things up a notch by adding more variety to my drills instead of repeating the same exercises every day. I introduced tasks that combined multiple skills like hitting small moving targets and quickly adjusting my aim to new positions or practicing precision with erratic movement. These other drills forced me to stay quick on my feet and pushed me to test different parts of my aim under more challenging conditions. As the day progressed, I felt more comfortable with my sensitivity and my movements felt more precise and controlled. Tracking was noticeably smoother and my flicks were landing more consistently. Even the targets and the precision drills were becoming more manageable, though they still required a lot of focus. Real quick, I just want to say that creating this video was a journey in itself. It took a lot of time and effort, especially since it was the first time I've ever edited a video on a PC. From figuring out the software to learning the ins and outs of editing, every step was a challenge. I'm proud of the result, but I know it's just the beginning. I'm excited to keep improving and making many more videos to share with you all. If you enjoyed this video so far, hit the like button, and if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. Your support means the world to me, and it means I can keep this journey going. That's all I wanted to say. Let's get back into the video. Days 4 and 5 was when I really pushed myself outside of my comfort zone. I started introducing more complex drills. I really tried focusing on keeping consistent movements while going fast, even on the targets that were moving unpredictably. The combination of rapid transition and precision shots made me feel like I was constantly on the edge of losing my sanity, but that's exactly what I needed. I quickly noticed that the added complexity forced me to adapt faster. My tracking felt more fluid as I reacted to the moving targets, and my flicks felt more instinctive as I tried snapping to the right position faster. While I still had moments of inconsistency, I knew it was only a matter of time before I became better with the fast-paced decision-making and pressure. Even though day 5 was difficult, I ended the day feeling happy with my efforts. My hand-eye coordination was improving, and I was able to keep up with the harder drills. Still, I knew there was more to be done before I can truly master this, but I was ready to build upon what I had achieved so far. Day 6 turned out to be a true test of endurance. After 5 solid days of training, the strain of back-to-back sessions started to show. My thumbs were sore from constant movement, and my reaction time felt noticeably slower. Frustration got the best of me, especially when my scores weren't matching the same improvement I had saw on the day before. The drills that were manageable now seemed like it was the first time I was doing them. Realizing this, I decided to cut my session short on day 6 to use the time to reset. I gave my hands a break so that I could approach day 7 as ready as possible. This moment of rest wasn't just about recovery, it was a disciplined choice for the long road. I knew that pacing myself was key to perseverance throughout the whole 90-day journey. After a much needed break, I returned feeling recharged and ready to test myself to see how far I'd come. I gave myself 15 minutes in each of the 4 categories to warm up before I tested my new results. I also ran each category 3 times to ensure I was getting the best score possible. I began with tracking. Locking my sights on the moving target, I stayed focused. The rhythm of the drill felt more natural, and I could tell I was reaping the rewards of consistent effort. I watched the timer tick down, and then I saw it, a personal best. I felt a rush of satisfaction. This strong result was a tone setter for the other drills. I moved to the next category and set another personal record. For the last 2 categories, I pushed myself to stay sharp, surpassing my personal best once again. Each success reflected how much progress I had made over the past 7 days. Here's a side-by-side comparison of day 1 versus my day 7 results. The improvement is undeniable, but this is just the beginning. There's still a long road ahead of me, filled with more challenges and opportunity to grow. If you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, and if you're feeling crazy, smash like, it helps a ton. I stream live here on YouTube and on Twitch at twitch.tv/scobra__1. I'll leave a link at the top of the description. Come hang out, chat, and watch the grind happen in real time. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.